The final lights dimmed. The echoes of thousands of voices slowly faded into the warm Florida night. And just like that, one of the most unforgettable stops of BTS's world tour came to an end. Tampa had witnessed something extraordinary over the past 2 days, an explosion of music, emotion, connection, and memories that would linger far beyond the final encore. But as quickly as it all began, it was over. And now, a new moment has taken center stage. Jungkook is leaving Tampa today. The news spread like wildfire across social media platforms, sending waves of emotion through ARMY around the world. After 2 days of electrifying performances, breathtaking visuals, and deeply emotional interactions with fans, BTS is officially heading back to Korea. And at the heart of this departure is Jungkook, whose presence throughout the Tampa concerts left an unforgettable mark. But what makes this departure feel different is everything that came before it. The Tampa concerts were more than just another stop on a global tour. They felt like a turning point. From the moment BTS stepped onto the stage, there was a sense that something deeper was unfolding. The energy was intense, almost overwhelming at times. Fans screamed, cried, laughed, and sang along with every word. And Jungkook, true to his name as the Golden Magne, delivered a performance that many are already calling one of the most powerful of his career. His vocals were raw and emotional, carrying a depth that resonated through the entire stadium. His movements were sharp yet fluid, every step perfectly timed, every gesture filled with intention. But beyond the technical perfection, there was something else, something harder to define. A vulnerability, a quiet intensity, moments where he seemed to disappear into the music, as if the world around him had faded away. Fans noticed. They always do. Throughout the 2 days, there were subtle moments that sparked conversation. A longer than usual pause between songs. A glance exchanged with another member. A smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. None of these moments were dramatic on their own, but together, they created an atmosphere that felt different. And then there was the mystery that had already been circulating before the concerts even began. The now viral photo, a confirmation, a moment of relief for fans who had been wondering where he was. But even then, the questions didn't fully disappear. Because while Jungkook was physically present, there was still an aura of mystery surrounding him. He interacted with fans, smiled, performed with incredible energy, but there were glimpses of something deeper beneath the surface. Something unspoken. And now, as BTS prepares to leave Tampa and return to Korea, those emotions are rising again. Early this morning, fans began gathering near the airport, hoping to catch a final glimpse of the members before their departure. The atmosphere was filled with a mix of excitement and sadness, a bittersweet ending to a powerful experience. Phones were ready, cameras positioned, hearts racing. And then it happened. Jungkook appeared, dressed in a simple yet effortlessly stylish outfit. He moved quickly but calmly through the airport. His expression was composed, his posture relaxed, but there was a softness in his eyes that didn't go unnoticed. He waved briefly to fans, a small gesture that carried enormous meaning. No words were exchanged, but none were needed. Because in that moment, everything was understood. This was goodbye, at least for now. Fans captured every second, every movement, every glance. Within minutes, images and videos flooded the internet. Jungkook at Tampa Airport began trending globally. Comments poured in from every corner of the world. Messages of love, gratitude, and emotional farewells. Come back soon. Thank you for everything. But beneath the supportive messages, there was a deeper emotional current, a sense of longing, a realization that moments like these are temporary, that even the most powerful experiences eventually come to an end. And yet, that's what makes them meaningful. As BTS boarded their flight back to Korea, fans were left with memories of the music, the performances, the laughter, the tears. But for many, one image remained strongest. Jungkook on stage, under the lights, giving everything he had. Because despite the mystery, despite the speculation, despite the emotional undercurrents, there is one truth that remains undeniable. Jungkook showed up. He performed. He connected. He gave his all. And in doing so, he reminded everyone why he is who he is. Why he matters. Why his presence, whether in a photo, on a stage, or even in a brief airport moment, carries so much weight. As the plane lifted off, carrying BTS away from Tampa and back to Korea, a new chapter quietly began. What comes next is still unknown. There may be new performances, new projects, new surprises waiting just around the corner. And perhaps answers to the questions that still linger. Where was Jungkook before Tampa? Why did his presence feel different? Was he preparing? Or maybe there are no hidden answers. Maybe what fans witnessed was simply a human moment, a glimpse into the reality behind the spotlight. A reminder that even global superstars experience change, emotion, and quiet reflection. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The bond between Jungkook and ARMY remains unshaken. And as long as that connection exists, every goodbye is only temporary. Because somewhere, sometime soon, there will be another stage. Another unforgettable night. And when that happens, Jungkook will be there. And so will ARMY. The story didn't end when the plane left the runway. If anything, that was where a new wave of emotion truly began. As updates confirmed that BTS had officially departed Tampa and were en route to South Korea, timelines across the world filled with a different kind of energy. Not the explosive excitement of concerts, but something softer, heavier, and deeply emotional. Fans who had just experienced two unforgettable nights were now left with silence. The stadium lights were off. The music had stopped. The city that had felt alive with BTS's presence suddenly felt quieter. And in that quiet, Jungkook's presence lingered the most. Clips from the concert began resurfacing, moments that, at the time, felt like just part of the performance but now carried new meaning. A note he held just a little longer. A deep breath between verses. The way he looked out into the crowd during one of the final songs, as if trying to take in every face, every light, every voice. Fans started to ask themselves, was he already saying goodbye in his own way? Because looking back, it almost felt like it. One particular moment began trending again. A close-up shot of Jungkook during the final encore. The stage lights were dimmer, softer, casting a golden glow across his face. He wasn't dancing. He wasn't speaking. He was just standing there, looking out into the crowd, eyes shimmering under the lights. It lasted only a few seconds, but it was enough. Enough for fans to pause the video. Enough to feel something shift. He looked like he didn't want to leave. That comment appeared again and again in different languages from different parts of the world, but always carrying the same emotion. And maybe that's what made this departure feel so different. It wasn't just the end of a concert. It felt like the closing of a moment that no one was ready to let go of. Meanwhile, as BTS continued their journey back to Korea, airport footage from their arrival began to surface. Unlike the lively atmosphere in Tampa, the arrival felt more subdued. It was early. The lighting was colder. The mood calmer. But still, fans were there, waiting, watching. And when Jungkook finally appeared again, walking through the airport in Korea, there was a noticeable shift in his energy. Not dramatic, not alarming, just quieter. He waved politely, bowed slightly, and kept moving. Because it felt real.